Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. I wanted to talk about Micah Parsons' contract again because it's getting closer to the regular season. We essentially have 2 weeks from literally an hour and a half. We have 2 weeks until the NFL season starts. Dallas Cowboys have the season opener on Thursday night football against the Philadelphia Eagles. And we're going into the last week of the preseason, and there's been a whole lot of conversations with trading Micah Parsons and things of that nature. Some stuff going on with Adam Schefter reporting that essentially that, and he reported it today that it seems like Dallas is heading towards a divorce with Micah Parsons than them actually re-signing him. So I wanted to give my 2 cents on everything that is going on when it pertains to this and to just give my 2 cents. Okay. Adam Schefter has made it pretty clear, pretty clear, that the Dallas Cowboys are headed towards a divorce. Now, as of today, and I can say this, Mike Leslie, he follows the Dallas Cowboys. A source close to him said that there hasn't been any movement in the contract between Jerry Jones and the Cowboys and Micah Parsons. The source close to Parsons indicated that he believes Jerry is waiting on Micah and his team to fold. As of a couple of hours ago, after practice, Brian Schottenheimer had a press conference, and he was asked about Micah Parsons. And they asked him about Micah Parsons' availability on opening night against the Eagles. And Brian Schottenheimer said, with or without a contract extension, he feels that Micah will be out there against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, of course, for him, this is a politically correct answer to say. Of course, he's going to say this. He's not going to sit there and say, man, you know what? I don't think my star edge rusher is going to be at the game tonight. He said the right thing. This one is a whole lot harder to digest than me. It's very different than CeeDee Lamb. It's very different than Dak. CeeDee nor Dak demanded a trade, nor Zeke, nor Zach Martin. And for some reason, Micah Parsons is he hasn't been as vocal about it, because I think CeeDee Lamb, for me personally, was a whole lot more vocal about it because he was on Twitter making beef here, there, and everywhere. Micah Parsons really has not said a word. He has not said a word since he requested his trade request. And I think he done it back on August the 1st. We have not heard a peep from Micah Parsons at all. Nothing in the news. Hasn't tweeted anything on social media. Hasn't posted anything on social media. Nor talked to the media. Hey, he has not said a word. Not one iota. So this one for me is just different to manage. It's very different than the one with Dak, CeeDee, and everybody else in the past. So the reports that's going on right now with Adam Schefter saying that they're more likely going towards a divorce, it seems there's some legitimacy to it. And Adam Schefter, he is a very credible source. He is the main journalist right now, person that covers all this stuff at ESPN. Adam Schefter, he's not going to report things that aren't true. He has a lot of credible sources. So with him saying this, it should raise a lot of ears and a lot of antennas. And we're going to get to the trade stuff, but let's just get to the point here. Micah Parsons deserves to be paid by the Dallas Cowboys. He is the heart and soul of the team. He is the engine that makes that franchise run at the moment. Him and CeeDee arguably are the most energetic players. They're the only reason why you're going to turn the Dallas Cowboys on. I don't care about Dak Prescott. He's not the reason. Dak Prescott is not the number one reason why anybody is going to pull up a Dallas Cowboys game. I promise you that. That's not the reason why they're pulling up a Dallas Cowboys game. And just the chokehold he's had on the franchise and the type of just hungry nature he has for winning the openness that he had when he was drafted and the eagerness to be drafted by the Dallas Cowboys and how happy he was. Why would you not want that to be part of your team? The man has even openly stated on his own podcast. I'm pretty sure he's even said this to Jerry Jones. Jerry, at the time, a year and a half ago, when they first started their contract extensions, before people like Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Brian Burns, before all these guys got signed, Micah Parsons was like, Jerry, go ahead and sign me. I will go ahead and sign. I don't need all this money. He said it. This came out of his own mouth. And yet the Cowboys and Jerry Jones has sat on this contract like they have for every single contract that they do because Jerry Jones is cheap. He's cheap. He don't want to spend no money. And he puts himself in a hole because he could have got Micah Parsons at the where the market rate's at right now. He could have got Micah Parsons at a bargain. He could have got Micah Parsons for $32 million. Because Bosa got 34, Crosby got 35, Myles Garrett and TJ Watt, they're up north of 40. You could have got Micah Parsons at a bargain. 4 to 5 year extension. Could have had him for the next 7 years. At that rate. Obviously, maybe in 4 years, if he kept on playing the way he did, he would ask for some type of pay raise like TJ Watt did. But just the man has everything that you want out of a player. And let's just totally just address the trade rumors. Well, let me just say one more comment before we get to that. Another reason why this is a negative is because you got more distractions going into the regular season. New head coach, trying to set a culture, but yet he can't do that because he's got to worry about this over his head, and he doesn't have his players, all of his players, 100% ready to go, focus on the season going into next 2 weeks from tomorrow and Thursday Night Football on September 4th against the rival Philadelphia Eagles, who are going to be having their ring ceremony that night. Banner drop. All of that are going up against him, and we got to worry about this distraction. But let's just get to the trades, okay? A trade for me just doesn't make sense. What important need can you get out of getting draft picks for Micah Parsons? I can honestly say at Micah Parsons' value right now, you would more than likely get 2 or 3 first-round picks for Micah Parsons, 3 at the most, maybe 2 seconds, just depending on exactly if you're going to get 2 or 3 first-round picks. Categorize that however you will. What's the odds of you turning those draft picks into key players? It would make sense for me. It would make sense for me that you would move on from a player like Micah Parsons if you were in need of a quarterback. That would make the most sense for me. But you're tied to Dak Prescott for 4 more years or 5. I don't know. Don't ask me. He's been there an eternity. I just try to forget sometimes he's even our quarterback. So let's just, we have that part down. Outside of that, why would you trade Micah Parsons? Because with those picks, we need nose tackles, wide receivers, linebackers. There's a whole lot of needs. But, what's the odds of you hitting on draft picks at those positions? They've spent a first-round pick on Mozzie Smith on the D-line. He didn't hit. Who knows if Tyler Guyton's is going to be a hit? Now, and the more I think about it, it's like, I wouldn't say it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to trade Micah Parsons. It does just a little bit, because if you trade Micah Parsons, you get the idea of possibly drafting a couple of great players that could turn into key players at key positions like nose tackle, cornerback, linebacker, wide receiver. We could turn those picks into that. It's just the same thing like the Dallas Cowboys did when they drafted, they traded away Herschel Walker, and everybody killed Jerry Jones for doing that. And then he turned those into Emmitt Smith, and the rest was history. But just given the overall state of Dallas, Micah Parsons trading Micah Parsons just feels like you're just throwing in the towel and you're like just giving up on for a couple of years to come. When you've signed guys like Dak, you signed CD, you just traded for George Pickens, you made all of these kind of all-in moves, and yet you're going to trade away your best player. It's just not the smartest idea to do. It's not the smartest business decision that Jerry Jones could make at the present moment. That's the reason why the trade just wouldn't make sense for me. If you wouldn't have re-signed Dak, if you would have honestly just re-signed CD and just said, "Hey, Micah, we got to keep CD, and we got to trade you to try and just get us a quarterback and reset everything," it would make sense. But just in the present moment, how everything is constructed, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And given how hard it is to, and Micah is a once in a generation talent. Let's not get it twisted here. Micah Parsons is a once in a generation talent. There's not many guys where you can line them up anywhere on the football field and they would be elite. There's a good chance that you could just align Micah Parsons line him up at safety and corner, and he could lock somebody down. He done it his rookie year against the Chargers. Micah Parsons has played DB before and locked somebody down for fun. So this is the type of player that it's a once in a generation talent, and you just can't trade that away. Not at an edge rusher. Edge rushers are not easy to find. As the Dallas Cowboys, the year they drafted Taco Charlton, they could have got TJ Watt. So them hitting on a draft pick, and we know that Dallas historically does draft pretty well, but still, the odds of them just even getting good players, I just don't think that it's worth the risk. I just don't. I really don't. Without Micah, and even right now, this is something else to think about, too, if you were to trade Micah Parsons. You have nothing on defense. Literally nothing. You're going to be the worst defense in the league. Who's going to be your leader? Trayvon Diggs? Trayvon Diggs has never been a leader. He's never struck anybody in that locker room as the leading type. If anybody on that team right now would be considered a leader, it is Micah Parsons. Who's going to be the captain on defense? I don't know. Tank Lawrence is gone. Malik Hooker's going to be your captain on the defense. That defense would be absolute toast without Micah Parsons. Deron Bland's not good enough. Diggs ain't good enough. Siobhan Rebel, when he gets healthy, isn't going to be good enough. None of the linebackers is definitely not good enough. None of the nose tackles, none of the edge rushers are good enough. Without Micah Parsons, the boat for the Dallas Cowboys season in hopes of even making the playoffs would sink. And what is the point of sucking? And because you're not getting ready to draft a top of the line quarterback. We're stuck with Dak for the next 5 years. If we were getting rid of Dak Prescott and drafting a quarterback, I would be all for reset, trade Micah Parsons. But we're not at that moment right now. It's more it's more efficient and more better it is better for the future outlook of the team to sign Micah Parsons and hopefully just getting a run at it. That's your best option. Because I don't fully trust the Cowboys right now in this present moment with this front office to trade Micah Parsons away and actually hit on those draft picks. I just don't. Jimmy Johnson's not there anymore. The odds of them getting somebody like Emmett, a Hall of Famer, best running back all time at his position, the odds of that happening is slim to none right now, the way this organization is ran right now. Will McClay, all of them, I don't trust them. I just don't trust him. Micah Parsons needs to be a Dallas Cowboy. The Dallas Cowboys fan base love him. I understand the idea of why you should probably trade him. I get it. It's logical and it's worthy. It's a good argument to have, but just me personally, I do not think he should be traded. I think he should be a Dallas Cowboy. And Jerry, sign the man. Pay the man what he wants. He deserves it. Because without him, that defense the last couple of years would be jack nothing. And I don't see Jerry Jones getting rid of Micah. And I know Adam Schefter's came out with reports of, you know, they're pulling towards the divorce, but I just don't see Jerry loves his hometown guys. It would be the first time that he would ever trade away a homegrown pick. Outside of one fill, I think he did trade. But he's not the same player in the caliber of Micah Parsons. It would be the first time that he has ever traded a star, future Hall of Fame type star that he homegrown drafted, and he would get rid of him and trade him away. But that is essentially all I have right now when it comes to that. We're just going to have to wait and see just how it continues to unfold going forward. There was videos of Stephen Jones and Micah Parsons talking today at practice, so maybe they were talking about his contract and hopefully getting everything underway.